Hello, boys and girls from school number 14. My name is Dr. Jennifer Cedeno, and I have been asked to share a read aloud with all of you. So I'm going to read from one of my favorite books and genres. They're called fairy tales or fractured fairy tales, which actually is a different point of view or different perspective from a traditional fairy tale. So I'm going to read to you today the story of Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. And this story is by Mo Willems. So here we go. Are we ready? So once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs. There was Papa Dinosaur, there was Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. One day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at a variety of temperatures. "Oh boy," said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. "It's finally time to leave and go to the someplace else." "Yes," continued Mama Dinosaur. "I sure hope that no innocent little succulent child happens to come by our unlocked home while we are someplace else." Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but actually was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The three dinosaurs went someplace else, and they were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unexpected child to come by. Definitely not. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came tripping along the path. Just then, the forest boomed, and what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" but I'm pretty sure was just the wind. That loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded something like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not yet sprung." But that could have been like a rock falling or maybe like a squirrel. Who knows? Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl to listen to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So, as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange and enormous house, she barged right in. Welcome. So, inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls and delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, "that chocolate pudding smells so delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter," she said. Then Goldilocks noticed a very, very tall ladder that just happened to be there, and certainly was not left there on purpose. Obviously not. So Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was way too hot. But Goldilocks ate it anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was way too cold. But who cares about the temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding standing right there in front of you? Not her. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right. But Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly even noticed that it was just right. Soon, Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite thing in the whole wide world for hungry dinosaurs. So she became tired and groggy. Goldilocks noticed that there were 3 chairs in the living room. So she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair, what do you guys think? Was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the 3 beds were also gigantically big. What is going on around this house? Groaned the exhausted girl. The bears that live here must be absolutely nuts. Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or dinosaurs gloating. A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they are rested. Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had heard that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and to think, which was no longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. Hey, she told herself, this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house. Say, what do you think about Goldilocks? But she is no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran out the back door and got out of there. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "No! Charge!" or the Norwegian expression for chew bonbon time. And suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. Goldilocks was gone. And all there was left in the house were 3 very, very disappointed dinosaurs. And the moral of the story is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, you have to leave. And the morals for the dinosaurs is, lock that back door. And that is the end of the story, Goldilocks and the 3 dinosaurs. So what you might want to do now is just do a little compare and contrast, or maybe a Venn diagram. How is this story similar or different to the original version of the story, Goldilocks and the 3 bears? Hope everyone enjoyed the story. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.